everybody, what's up? This is Richard with Lost Creek Catfish. I just want to do a video today talking about some bait to use whenever you're going catfishing. We've had 2 or 3 folks send us in the comment section about what bait we're using, asking what kind of bait, what kind of rigs, what kind of setup, and also asking about cast nets. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. First thing I want to do is talk about baits. Now here in Alabama, the best bait to use, of course, is gizzard shad. And of course, that's probably the best bait to use about anywhere you go. But what you want to do is use the bait that's in the water that you're fishing. In other words, is if you're fishing in a river that houses gizzard shad and brim and skipjack, well, that's what you want to use for bait. Now, there's sometimes you can't get on some gizzard shad, or you can't get on some skipjack, and you know, some things happen, you just can't get that bait like you want to get it. So if I don't have no gizzard shad, and if I don't have no brim or skipjack, then what I'll do is I'll use chicken breast. And chicken breast is a good catfish bait. It's not as good as shad, it's not as good as brim, it's not as good as the skipjack, but you know, in a tight pinch, hey, it'll work, and you can still get on some good fish. And I've caught some big fish on some chicken. So, you know, talking about the bait, and so what I do is I'll go out, go down to the river, go down to the dock, go down to the loading ramp, and I'll throw out, just blind throw, to try to catch gizzard shad around the boat docks down there, because you know, the plankton and the algae, things like that, that's where the gizzard shad will kind of stay around, and you can always get on a few gizzard shad throwing your net you know, out around a boat dock, or around a landing area, something like that. And you know, so that'll help you get on your bait. But always remember, if you can't get on the bait, then it's always good, you can use chicken breast. Just cut it up in little pieces about the size of the end of your thumb. I use a Gamakatsu 8/0 circle hook, and usually use a 50-pound test line with a 20 to 30-pound leader line, or I'm sorry, I use a 50-pound leader line with a 20 to 30-pound test line. And of course, I use a 4-ounce dragon weight. And now some people say, well, you know, I use dragon weights to drag and drift. Well, you can use the dragon weights also if you're anchored up. And I've caught a lot of fish just anchored up using the, you know, throwing out with the dragon weights. Putting the cork on your on your line, just about maybe 2 or 3 inches from the hook, and it'll float that bait up off the bottom, and you know, you'll ought to be able to catch plenty of catfish, get on and have a good day of fishing. So, you know, remember these tips when you go out to fish. You know, number one, safety is always an issue. You want to be safe. You want to always have your life jacket with you, have everything that's required of you in the boat, from your horn to your whistle to everything that you need, because you never know when they're going to pull up on you. I've been pulled up on several times, and you know, so always remember that, because you know, tickets are expensive out on the water like that. So today what we're going to do also is I'm going to show you the easiest method of throwing a 7-foot cast net. The easiest method of throwing a 7-foot cast net. Now, there's a lot of ways to throw a cast net, and I've been throwing cast net for a long time, and I've thrown it every way I can think of. But over the years, I've come to understand that simple is best. You know, quit trying to make it all complicated. Just a simple way to throw the cast net, a simple way to get that pancake effect, and that's what you want to do. So stay with us, and we're going to show you how to throw that cast net properly, show you how to load it properly, and may even put on a few moments of catching a few catfish in the river. Hey, like and subscribe to our channel, Lost Creek Catfish. You'll be glad you did. Tell somebody about us. We're going to be giving away or having another giveaway whenever we reach 500 subscribers. We are at 345 subscribers right now. We want to get to 500 subscribers. So as soon as we get to 500 subscribers, every subscriber will be put in for our giveaway. So make sure you subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, like and share our YouTube channel with everybody you know, and hey, maybe you'll be a winner too. So let's go and get on that cast net and show you how to properly throw a cast net the simplest way possible. Hang with us. Okay guys, this is my Bait Buster cast net, and let me just show you. It's a mesh size. It's got a 1/2 inch square mesh, and it's 1 inch stretched. So whenever you pick it up, and it's got a 1/2 inch square mesh on it, but now you can stretch it and it'll stretch out to 1 inch. This is a 7-foot radius net. That means it covers at least 14 feet on the water. So, and of course I picked out the color green. I always like green. Green's kind of the color of our fishing channel, and everything that we do, we try to go with neon green. But this is our Bait Buster cast net, and so we're going to show you how to throw this thing easily, properly, and the most simple way to get that pancake effect. So hang with us. All right guys, we got our cast net here, and it's a 7-foot cast net. So I'm going to back up just a little bit so you can see a little bit more, and let you look at it. It's 7 foot, and like I said, this covers 14 feet in the water. So the best way to do this, the easiest way to do a cast net to make it a whole lot simpler, number one, first thing you want to do is just make sure that all of your lead, there's no tangles in the bottom of your lead. So it's easy just to kind of pull it out like that, and make sure that your lead's not tangled up, your line's not tangled up, and it'll make it easier to throw. So the first thing you want to do with this type of cast net, like I said, this is a 7-foot cast net, is you need to grab it by the horn up here at the top. And by grabbing it by the horn, you just want to shake it and make sure that all of your line inside the cast net is not tangled up. And so once you do that, the way I do this is I just lay this out. I just lay this out in front of me like this right here. Now, so I've got the cast net laid out in front of me. I've got the horn in my hand here. Now, so I'm just going to drop that to the ground, and I'm going to pick up on my line. Now this is the line, so what we want to do is just make a loop and put your arm through it, and there you go. Always do this with the arm that you're going to be throwing with. So we just want to make some loops just like this. I just make them 3 or 4 feet until I get to the horn of my cast net right here. Now notice I've got about 1 foot left right here at the horn of my cast net. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to come up and grab it right here, and I'm going to pull down about 1 foot to 1.5 foot, just like that right there. Now when I do that, I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to come up with the cast net to my waist. So I'm just going to drop it down just like that, about waist high. So you see that? And then I pick it up, and I've got half the cast net already in my hand. So first thing I want to do is I want to take this lead line, and we want to come out and take about 3/4, or not 3/4, we want to take just a little less than half of the lead line like that right there. Now here's the trick. So I've got this in my hand. First thing I want to do is twist my hand around like that, just like that right there. And then I'm going to take this lead and lay it over the top, just like that. Okay, so I've got lead here, and I've got lead here. Now the next thing I want to do is take this outside lead line, and I just want to flip it back, just like that, put it over my thumb, and I'm ready to go. Only thing I need to do now is to hold this line out just like this right here. So I've got the cast net loaded, and it's ready to throw. So how do you throw the cast net? This is how you throw the cast net. Whenever you throw, you want to put your foot toward the target that you're throwing at. So put your, of course I'm right-handed, so my left foot is pointing toward the target that I'm throwing at. I've got the lead line in my hand. I've got the rest of the, there's a helicopter coming over. So it'll be over in a minute. Okay. So I've got the lead line in my hand, I've got the net in my throwing hand, and whenever you throw, you just want to come back very slow, and as you throw, you want to make that circular motion, holding this right here, but as soon as you let go of this, you want to flick this toward your right hand. So I'm going to show that to you. I'm going to turn around and show you how I do that, and show you how to make that pancake effect. Okay, and you're not throwing up, you're not throwing out, but you're throwing down. So always consider yourself, try to throw down upon your target. Okay, sometimes you can't, but sometimes it's easier to do that. So here we go. I'm going to go back, got my foot pointed, and I'm just going to pancake it out, and I'm going to flip this end around, that it'll make that circular motion. Here we go. All right, there it is. That's a good pancake effect and an easy way to throw your cast net. So it takes a little practice, takes a little time, and but you'll get it. You know, just keep watching the video, watch it over and over again till you get it right, and you know, you'll get more fish in the boat, you'll get more bait fish in the boat, you know, by throwing the cast net and making a good pancake effect. You ain't gonna get it right every time. I don't get it right every time, but you know, if you just take your time, go through all the steps that I showed you, you will put a lot of bait in the boat and have a better day of fishing. Okay, so we're going to just want to ask you once again to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave a positive comment. Tell us what you think about this video. Maybe you have a better way, better suggestion. This ain't the only way. This is just my way and the way I do it and what works best for me. Something else may work best for you, but for a 7-foot cast net and a pancake effect, you really can't beat it, folks. All right, hey, we're gonna see if we can get on some fish. Like and subscribe to our channel, Lost Creek Catfish, and we'll see you on the next catch. All right, we got one in the boat right there. He is. Lost Creek Catfish at Disney Lake. Let's get some more in the boat.